Hi everybody, Bunny Berry here, 100-day raw food challenge whole food. Today is Wednesday, September the 2nd, and it's time for us to do a weigh-in. Since we're switching months, August is over, August is behind us. Goodbye, August, you were wonderful. But it's September now, and it's time for us to weigh in. So I will post a thread in the whole food group so you can post your beginning weight, and then you can post your weight as of the beginning of September, which is pretty much the beginning of September. I did my weigh-in today, and I am down just over 6 pounds, like 6.2 pounds. So I'm having success on this challenge, and part of it, I think, really has to do with the emotional work that I've been doing during this challenge, and letting some things go in my life that were keeping me stagnant. And so I hope that you guys are also experiencing the same kind of sort of emotional release from getting those goals in order and looking at them and having something to strive for and something to keep you going. And also setting those food goals for me has been huge, because I set my food goals way more realistically during this challenge than I have in the past. But in the past I was always like, oh, 100% raw, which totally just set me personally up for failure. Some people can do that. Some people can do 100% raw, like Luana, I mean, she's 100% raw, and she is rocking it, which is probably why she sees much faster and better, well, much more weight-releasing success than I have seen during my challenges. But anyway, I set my goals to be raw for breakfast, raw for lunch, raw for all snacks, and then give myself a little wiggle room with some cooked vegetables and quinoa in the evenings. So, it's working. I'm happy. Scale's going down. So that's what I want to see. Today I wanted to ask you a question. I wanted to ask you the question, why did you choose this particular eating lifestyle over all of the different lifestyles that are out there? I mean, there must be a million eating lifestyle or eating programs out there, like South Beach, like Macrobiotics, like just veganism. Why particularly did you choose raw food? I would really be interested in hearing all of your stories. What brought you to the raw food lifestyle? Was it, a particular person's story? Was it that you wanted to find a more natural way of weight loss and not, by packaged foods from a corporation? Were you trying to battle a specific health issue? For me, it came kind of spontaneously after watching, I owe my raw food lifestyle choice to Matt Monarch and Philip McCluskey, because, I was diagnosed, I had really bad back pain, and I couldn't get off my couch for a long time, and I have a herniated disc, or I had one. I don't even know if I have it anymore because I don't feel that herniated disc pain. I had, joint pain and fatigue, and, I was really bloated and feeling like I was going to become permanently disabled if I did not find some answer as to what was wrong with me. And I knew what was wrong with me wasn't just, you're fat. And unfortunately, that's the answer that a lot of women, and I'm sure men, get when they go to their doctor's office. I think there's not a more ill-treated group of people, demographic in our country than overweight women. I think we get terrible health care because, you know, the doctor wants to immediately just say, oh, lose 40 pounds and all your problems will disappear. And that's just not true. It definitely wasn't true in my case. So they tested me for everything, and then they ended up saying, oh, you have fibromyalgia, and here's your big bottle of, you know, prescription painkillers, and I did not want to go down that road. So I threw the prescription away and came home and started looking around online for natural treatments for fibromyalgia. And that led me to a couple of sites about fibromyalgia diet, which then led me to YouTube, and I had listened to some stories from Philip McCluskey and how he had had great success on a raw food diet as far as weight loss was concerned, which of course I wanted to, was also a big motivation. And then I also watched videos of Matt Monarch. And now Matt, you know, he wasn't overweight when I saw these videos. He wasn't the Matt that you know now with the locks, you know. He kind of had shaved hair and he was real intense. And I was like, you know, because I'm kind of an intense person like that too. And so I said, if they can do this, I think I can try this. I'm just going to try it. I'm going to try it for 30 days. I mean, for 90 days, because, you know, if I figured if I gave it 90 days, then I could see if it was really something that was going to work for me. Well, within a couple of days, I felt like 90% better. I actually could get up, and I remember getting up and going to the grocery store, being like, I'll do the grocery shopping this week. And so that was kind of cool. And it was because my inflammation had gone down so much in my back, just in that 3 days of cutting out all the crappy food I was eating, that, you know, my body was like, oh, wow, we're not inflamed, and we can get to work healing other parts of the body. So that's how I came to a raw food lifestyle. And, you know, it has been a hard transition. I've been at this for almost a year and a half. And, you know, you have to understand that this process, for some people, boom, like some people like Philip, it just clicked in his brain. He had that moment, that aha moment, you know. And you can go to his site, lovingraw.com, and see and read his story and read about what his aha moment was, where he was like, I've got to do something about my health, or I mean, it's going to have dire consequences. And so he somehow got to the raw food lifestyle, and he's been hugely successful. And Philip, mwah, we love you so much. And Matt, mwah, I love you so much. Thank you so much for being my inspiration. So, you know, all these diet lifestyles or eating lifestyles are pretty much the same in what they want you to cut out. So why did you gravitate towards a raw food lifestyle? Just a question I'm interested in hearing, even from some of our lurkers out there. And thank you guys so much for answering questions on how I could help make the community more work more efficiently and get you more connected. Believe me, there are lots of you out there who are lurking, and you don't comment, and you don't. You know, you're not a member of our forums even. Maybe you're just watching on YouTube. And that is fine. If you're getting something out of this, then that is why I continue to be here. And that's why I continue to bring raw food and whole food to you. So don't feel bad about lurking, but come out of the shadows every now and then and let us know that you're here, and in any way that we can support you. We're more than happy to. So, yeah, come on out of the woodwork and tell us why you chose raw food as the challenge you wanted to take over the next 90 days and beyond. I'm really interested to hear why raw food over other programs. So let me know. I'm interested. And I think everybody else will get some insight too and probably have some of those. And what was your aha moment, you know? I know what mine was. Mine was that visit to the doctor, and also vanity-wise, it was a picture of me holding my son next to this giraffe at the zoo, and there's this graceful, beautiful, long giraffe, and then here's my beautiful, graceful, long son, and then there's like the chunk sitting right in the middle of the picture. I was like, I need to be more like a giraffe. I need to be more like my lanky son and my lanky husband. So that was the vanity part. That was my ego. And then, you know, handing me that big bottle of Vicodin was the health moment for me that made me say, whoa, wait a minute, I got to do something different. So what's your story? Eat your veggies, and I'll see you tomorrow.